Okay, hold on a second. Let me fix the hello everyone. Welcome to Jabberwock Tavern. I'm your host today, Blake Mitch. Today we are going to continue playing Tyrion Cuthbert, Tourney of the Arcane, in Chapter 3. So hold on a second, I need to capture the game audio. Where is it? This one? Okay. So yeah, let me do a bit summary here. Let's load the game first. So yeah, so Tyrion goes back to his hometown, and suddenly they cannot get out of the town because the town border is closed by the guards because they are conducting some investigation. And after that, someone is found dead by accident at a certain factory. And we are doing some investigation and found out that it might not be an accident but a murder, and that is why now we are here in the courtroom. Okay, that's I think that's a good enough summary, I guess. So yeah, now let's continue with the game. Court now is in session for the trial of Stephanie Dracogan. Hold on a second, let me check the mic. Okay, the mic is good. The prosecutor is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Prosecutor Stillwin, please list the charges. The defendant is charged with criminal negligence in the death of Justin Wei. The death occurred at the Aurinax Arcane refinery last night. Mr. Wei was an employee of the Dracogan Trading Company, a company owned by the defendant. During work hours, the victim accidentally broke a poorly maintained safety rail and fell into a vat of corrosive chemicals. Attempts to save his life failed and his body almost fully dissolved. I see. What a gruesome end. The defendant displayed clear negligence in maintaining the refinery facilities. As such, the responsibility for Mr. Wei's death falls squarely on his shoulders. To begin, the prosecution would like to call Noah Morrison to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation to the court. Yes, the name's Noah Morrison. I'm the harbor master of Aurinax Harbor. It is my understanding that you witnessed the accident that night. Am I correct? Aye, I did. Could you please testify to the court about what you witnessed? I was showing a visitor around the city, and for a reason, he really wanted to see the Aurinax Arcane refinery. He was inspecting the machine there when suddenly Saweria ran up to us. She was desperately trying to tell us something, but there was just too much noise. After a while, she pointed at the walkway overlooking the refinery. That's where we saw someone fall into that accursed vat. There was a guardrail that should have prevented him from falling, but he broke through it as he fell. So there was a safety rail that should have protected the victim. Yes, however, upon closer inspection, the city guard found that the rails were extremely rusted. They were clearly poorly maintained by the company. I see. And this negligence is the basis for the prosecution's charges. Are you going to present the traces of transmutation that we found? I can't help but feel like there is something in Morrison's testimony that doesn't add up. Right now, those traces are the only defense we have against Von Sanctus' accusation. It is not a piece that I want to use just yet. And once you use that piece, who knows how the judge will react. Not much has changed with Morrison's testimony, however, you have collected a lot more evidence since you last spoke to him. Is there anything you found that contradicts his testimony? I think it's the broke something, yeah. The part where he said, it is broken or something. Let's just press everything. Are you referring to Musorika Tudor, owner of the local cafe? Aye, for whatever reason, she was also there and witnessed the incident. Yes, we are already well aware of that. Musorika's testimony was a lot less detailed than Morrison and Astor's testimony. She was probably more focused on saving Justin than taking in her surroundings. But are there any points where her testimony doesn't add up with Morrison's? And this noise came from the machines in the refinery, I presume? Those machines were loud as hell. I could barely hear myself think with that noise. There is no way I could hear young Musorika over all that. This one, press. You mentioned that you saw someone fall into the van. Did you not recognize the person? Well, I didn't know the lad personally, and it was pretty far away. I couldn't get a good look at the person. Maybe you should keep a pin on that detail. Anyways, could you go into more detail about the moment you witnessed the accident? Of course, what did you want to know about? What was Musorika doing? What was Musorika doing the moment you saw Justin fall? I told you, didn't I? She was the one who pointed to the walkway in the first place. That's how we saw Justin fall. I see. Could you please include that detail in your testimony, if you think it will keep? So yeah, it's contradict Musorika's evidence because she said that Justin is falling and that's why she rushed into the Astra and Noah.
Objection!
Wait, what? Witness, you said that you saw the victim fall into the vat. Did this happen before, during, or after Musorika tried to get your attention? It was definitely after. If it weren't for the commotion she made, I wouldn't have looked up there in the first place. It's just as you thought, but what does this mean? Morrison, I spoke with Musorika about what she saw. She said that she saw Justin fall off the walkway and then rushed to you for help. Aye, that sounds about right. No, Morrison, it actually doesn't. What do you mean? If Musorika saw Justin fall before she went to get help, then how did you see him fall after she came to you for help? What? Morrison, Musorika came to you for help. This was in reaction to seeing Justin fall off the walkway. If that is true, then how could you have possibly seen Justin fall off the walkway again afterward? I have no idea. Mr. Cuthbert, you are disputing the witness testimony over a minor detail. It is entirely possible that Mr. Morrison or Miss Tudor simply misremembered. No, it's not. I highly doubt that Morrison misremembered the order of what happened. His testimony matched up exactly with the testimony of his companion. Then Miss Tudor must be the one who's mistaken. I'm compelled to agree with Miss Delwyn. This conflicting account seems extremely minor. The prosecution's case is based on the broken guardrail and only 3 individual witnesses Justin Way break said guardrail. Defense assert that these 3 witness accounts must be consistent with each other. Otherwise, this evidence is not strong enough to find my client liable. Please, breaking the guardrail is directly over the VAT. That is enough physical evidence. It proves that the victim fell in because the railing broke. How do we know that the guardrail wasn't broken by some other event? That's ludicrous. You are clearly just playing devil's advocate. I will admit that I also find the defense assertion dubious. However, I see no harm in allowing Miss Tudor to testify to what she saw. Rika saw a lot less than Morrison and Astor did, and her testimony was a lot less detailed. But the one detail she did remember was that she saw Justin fall off of the walkway. Hopefully, her testimony might clear up what happened. Bailiff, please escort Miss Tudor to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the courtroom. This is probably Rika's first time testifying in a courtroom. You hope she will be okay. As if I need such introduction, but allow me to indulge you all. Oh lord, she's seriously doing that here? Okay, I want to make a remark here. If you recall that Phoenix Wright has what would you call it again? Groggy face? Not groggy face. Embarrassed face. Yeah, Phoenix has some sort of embarrassed face where he has a lot of sweat coming from her face. It's more funny with Phoenix than with Cuthbert here. I was hoping like something like Phoenix effect here, but unfortunately we don't have that. I am Musorika Tudor, Dark Lord of Aurinax, High Archmage of the Cadmium Flames, and business proprietor of Sweet Convections. I see, I was not aware we were in the presence of such a renowned individual. Wait, does she actually believe her? Your Honor, Musorika Tudor is the owner of a local cafe in Aurinax. But isn't she also a high archmage? I am. No, she really isn't. Tyrion, you are ruining my flow. Yeah, stop ruining her flow, Tyrion. You would say that your flow is the most disrupted right now. Anyways, Miss Tudor, you were at the Aurinax refinery on the night of the accident, and you witnessed the moment that the victim fell off the walkway. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. That is a sad expression, I guess. According to your statement, you ran up to Morrison after you saw Justin fall off the walkway. The problem is that there is a contradiction between both of your testimonies. There is a contradiction? Morrison testified that he didn't see the victim fall into the vat until after you approached him. This wouldn't make sense though. You saw the victim fall off the walkway before you ran up to Morrison. Morrison couldn't have possibly seen the victim fall again after that. Oh, I think I see what happened. You do? I think you are misunderstanding what I said before. I misunderstood you? If that's true, could you please testify to the court exactly what happened? Please include every detail you can remember. Sure. Excuse me. I was at the refinery when I heard a strange sound from the walkway. When I looked to see what it was, I saw Justin had tumbled over the guardrail, but he hadn't fallen into the vat yet. I saw him barely hanging onto the edge of the platform. I didn't know how to get to the walkway from there, so I looked for help on the grounds and found Mr. Morrison. He must have seen Justin lose his grip of the ledge and fall into the vat after that. So the victim didn't immediately fall into the vat, he was hanging onto the edge of the walkway. That would explain how Mr. Morrison saw the victim fall into the vat after Miss Tudor saw him fall off the walkway. In any case, Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, let's press here. So this was the moment you saw Justin fall off of the walkway. Yeah, and you said he fell over the guardrail? I did, but I'm not sure how it happened. I think something caused him to lose his balance. He tumbled over the guardrail and fell right off of the walkway. Interesting. But that still doesn't explain why Morrison saw him fall after you ran to him for help. Well, I did see Justin fall from the walkway. Okay, he was hanging onto the ledge. Was there anyone around to help him back up? I didn't see anyone around, but I really wasn't paying attention to that. I was just focused on saving him before he fell. I assumed that if anyone was nearby, they would immediately try to help him. Yeah, I did. I tried to explain to him and his friend what was going on, but they couldn't hear me over the machine. Okay, that one is matched. Did you also see this moment? No, I didn't. I was so busy trying to talk to Mr. Morrison that I didn't see it. I didn't even know what had happened until after they shut down the machines. Let's press on this one too. It's the machine, I guess, yeah. Metal, hitting metal. Aha. So, what is contradicting with what? Let's see, not this one. This one, I guess? Okay. Not this one, testimony. She saw Justin fall off the walkway, but how about this one? They saw a figure lean on the guardrail, so it's different. He is not lean into the guardrail, but yeah, he is grip on the ledge. Okay, this one is different, so we will use this both contradicting testimony. Over. She said over, didn't she? Rika, you said that the victim tumbled over the guardrail, as in he was thrown over it. Yes, that's right. What? Did you see the moment that the guardrail broke? No, I didn't. I already told you that, didn't I? But you did see the moment that Justin fell off the walkway. And in that moment, did you see Justin break the guardrail? No, like I told you, I didn't see the moment that the guardrail broke. But that's the thing, Rika. According to Morrison, Justin Way broke the guardrail as he fell into the vat. More specifically, he said that Justin was standing on the walkway when this happened. What? According to the prosecution, Justin Way leaned on a faulty guardrail and broke it, falling into the vat. But that's not what you saw, was it, Rika? No, I saw him tumble over the guardrail. I'm afraid I don't see the importance of this, Mr. Cuthbert. Are you accusing the witness of perjury? There is definitely something going on here, but what? Sorika is a mage and you don't want to suspect her, but you need to consider every possibility. What is happening here? They're both telling the truth. But how does that make sense? Yeah, so I think what happened is that um, Justin is actually fall and he gripped the legs, grabbed the legs, and then someone else pull him up, and then maybe he already dead or something, I don't know. So they put him on leaning into the guardrail and cast the transmutation, and suddenly the guardrail broke and Justin fall down to the vat. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Excuse me, I was drinking. Justin survived the accident. No. I mean, he survived before. Yeah. He didn't fall into the vat. Another person? Wait, is it? Okay, let me read the game again. Then please enlighten us, Mr. Cuthbert. How could both their testimonies possibly be true? Well, I think there is only one possible explanation. Both Miss Tudor and Mr. Morrison saw someone fall off of the walkway. But the person that both of them saw were two different people. Are you serious, Mr. Cuthbert? Do you honestly think some random person fell into the vat moments after Justin Wei fell? It's the only conclusion that makes sense, Miss Tilwyn. Miss Tudor knew the victim and recognized him. That's how she was able to confirm that it was him that fell into the vat. However, Mr. Morrison and his companion did not know the victim personally. They could barely make out his features. They only assumed that it was him after learning that he fell in. Please, it is far more likely that Miss Tudor is simply mistaken about what she saw. What? No, I'm sure I saw Justin tumble over the guardrail. And let's not forget Miss Tudor allegiance. As a beneficiary of the Jeveraven Trading Company, she has every reason to confound this case in the defendant's favor. That's not... Yeah, that's true. I mean, she has. Whether she do it or not, though, is a different matter. That's enough. This is a civil case, Mr. Cuthbert, not some murder mystery for you to throw wild theories towards. This was clearly an accident. It looks like you don't have a choice. You are going to have to use your trump card. You have one piece of evidence that implies that this wasn't a simple accident. Okay? Where is it? This one? Are you sure about that, Your Honor? But Justin Wei's death was reported as an unfortunate accident. As a result, the city guard put minimal resources into their investigation. More specifically, there was no reason to call in the Arcane Inquisition. What are you talking about now? Why would the Inquisition be... No, are you saying that? Unlike the Aurinac City Guard, I have a mage capable of casting Detect Magic. My bodyguard, Celeste McCoy, scanned the crime scene for magical traces. And she found traces of transmutation on the broken guardrail. Okay, here is one thing. If Celeste is not an authorized person to perform or to conduct the investigation, I mean not investigation, but not the official person to do so, how could we believe what she was doing? How could we not accuse her of forging the evidence? Yeah. It's weird in this case. I mean, yeah, how could you believe that? We need some more concrete evidence to back up this claim. A potential homicide, Your Honor. This is ridiculous. The accident took place within an Arcane refinery. Those traces could have easily come from the purification process. Miss Tilwyn, these traces were found only on the guardrails that Justin fell. We didn't find them anywhere else. We can't be certain of what happened, but it is clear that a mage used magic near the scene of the accident. Foul play may have been involved. So my theory of another person falling into the vat is entirely possible. My client is not at fault for the guardrail breaking. Considering this shocking revelation, there is still much we do not know about Justin Way's death. With that said, I have no choice but to suspend the trial of One Sanctus versus Dracogan. You had feeling that this would happen just like your other cases. The court won't pass a verdict unless a culprit is found. The court will give the Arcane Inquisition time to investigate the scene and these supposed magical traces. I mean, the magical traces should be gone after 48 hours. I think it's already 48-hour pass, right? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, the court must be somewhere else in the outside of the town, and they must have what would you call it? Must have traveled from the port town to the bigger town where this trial took place. So yeah, it should be more than 48 hours already. They should not have found the magical traces anymore. So yeah, it's a bit weird about the timeline, but let's just wave it. Hey, are you okay? I feel a headache coming on. Yeah, I think I'm just tired. Well, this day has been exhausting. It is pretty late. We should we just head back to the inn and continue the investigation tomorrow? No, I want to take another look at the refinery before the Inquisition gets there. A throbbing pain in your skull seems to disagree with you doing that. Yeah, no. We're heading back to the inn. I'm fine, really. Tyrion, I know you're anxious about the trial, but you need to get some rest. Celeste, it's fine. It's not. You're going to work yourself. Would you just stand out of my way? Again, your voice came out louder than you meant for it to. Fine, whatever. Do what you want. It's this damn city. Being back here is really getting to you. That's all the more reason to get through this trial as soon as possible. Also, I take it that the trial is held inside this city. It's still weird though. I mean, that means the judge travel into this town instead of doing the trial on his office. So yeah, I mean, uh, there are let's say that there are a lot of cases happening all throughout the country. That means the judge will have to travel to every possible country. Sorry, every possible town inside the country every day. And that's just. Oh wait, did they have the teleport? Yeah, I think they have the teleport gate or something. I'm not sure they have it set up here though, but yeah, with teleport, everything should be easy. Okay, I think that's clear. Yeah, the weird things where the judge travels, but then why don't Cuthbert use it to get out of this city as soon as possible? Why did people still use travel? Yeah, to do traveling. I mean, with what happened at the city border, I mean the gate or whatever it is, that means people are still traveling using manual traveling. I mean something like carriage or walking or something, not teleporting. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Anyway, let's continue. We clear one part, I guess. Yeah. Another nightmare overtakes your sleep. You clutch the note tightly in your hands as you read it. I'm sorry, Tyrion. There were so many things that I wanted to tell you. So many things that I wanted to show you. But I'm afraid that I can't do that now. I need you to be strong now. This world is bleak, merciless, and unforgiving. I've seen you. I know how bright the light within you is. Use my eyes, peer beyond the divine gate as I once did. Use it to reclaim the future. Okay, so the Eye of Horus is inheritable, I mean, can be passed to someone? Interesting. Her eyes? I don't understand. It doesn't matter, all you have to do is stop the execution. You can just distract the knight long enough. You can save her and run away. You will have to abandon your hope, but at least she will still be with you. As you try to sprint towards the gallows, a knight grabs your arm and pulls you back. Hey, kid, you can't cross this point. Hey, stop that. You try to fruitlessly break his grip by striking him with your bare hands, but he barely feels anything through his armor. You continue delivering blow after blow to him, but it does nothing. Your knuckles start bleeding. Irritated by your behavior, the knights pin you to the ground. Damn kid, you desperately struggle against him, to no avail. And from this position, you have no choice but to watch what is happening. Wait, stop! You make eye contact with your mother one last time. Her body goes limp. You stare blankly at the hanging body. No, this isn't. Mom? You clutch her note tightly in your hand. You feel a comforting yet fleeting warmth from it. Tyrion! Celeste, You snap back awake. It was another nightmare. You notice that tears are streaming down your face. You quickly try to bring up your sleeve to wipe them away. But you realize that Celeste is firmly gripping your hand. What? Why are you? Ah, sorry. You were shouting in your sleep. But you seem to calm down a little whenever I held your hand. So, I've been doing that. Oh, Tyrion, are you okay? You are not. You've been acting weird since we arrived in Orinax. It's nothing. It's not nothing. Does it have something to do with your mother? For the past 2 nights, you've been calling out for her in your sleep. Please, just talk to me. I'm your friend, aren't I? You never even realized it. You didn't have many people in your life after you left Orinax. You only had Miss Timora, and she never wanted to talk about what happened. But Celeste, she's been there since you started your career. Of course, she is your friend. It all happened a long time ago. We live here together in that old house. My mother was a merchant and a mage. Your mother was a mage? But I guess the gift of magic skipped my generation. I could never use it. About 10 years ago, my mother's business partner was found murdered, and they found traces of magic at the crime scene. I thought that your mom did it. Miss Timora was my mother's defense attorney for the trial. She did everything she could to get her acquitted. But she could never find the real culprit. They found her guilty of first-degree murder. I tried to stop her execution, but... Tyrion, I'm sorry, Celeste. What? Coming back here has brought so many memories. I thought that I would already move on from what happened. If I could just keep saving people as an attorney, then maybe I could pull all of this behind me. But I'm back in Aurinex, and those feelings are still so fresh in my mind. It's like I'm still the same powerless child from 10 years ago. I know that I've been taking that out on you. I'm really sorry. Don't be. I get it. I know what it's like to lose someone like that. She does, doesn't she? When my dad was murdered, you were there for me. If it weren't for you, I would have still believed that he died hating me. Celeste slowly claps your hand within hers again. It feels warm and comforting. Has this been the warmth you've been feeling for the last few nights? So let me be here for you. You can feel yourself dozing off. You have to snap yourself back awake. Sorry, the last few days have been a little tiring. It's okay, just focus on falling asleep. I'll stay with you for as long as you need me to. Yeah, I'm also feeling pretty tired though. I'll just rest my eyes a bit. Okay, so Celeste is sleeping first. For the first time since you arrived in Aurinex, you finally receive a good night's rest. Okay? You wake up in the next morning feeling well rested. You feel almost little too rested. You feel really reluctant to leave the comfort of your bed. Celeste, are you there? Your hand feels warm. Okay. You can feel your heart stop. Celeste, what do you want? Her eyes slowly open as she wakes from her equally restful sleep. She drowsily scans her surroundings. Oh, that face. You both dart out of the bed. So... You seem to be doing better? You're okay, right? Yeah, thank you for last night. Poor Prezi. Hello? Are you there, Mr. Cuthbert? Oh, what the hell? Your soul nearly jumps out of your body. You suddenly hear Aster's voice and it's extremely loud. You look around to see where he is, but he's nowhere to be found. Hey, Aster? Ah, thank the Scaled Lord, I finally gotten through to you two. What? Where are you? I'm using a spell to speak with you, right now. I apologize for contacting you in this manner, but I was worried that something had happened to you two. Right, of course. Anyways, what do you want at this time of day? This time of day? Mr. Cuthbert, it's 3 PM in the afternoon. What? 3 PM? You missed the entire morning. I hope everything's okay. Did something happen? No, everything is okay. Anyways, it's already this late. We should head over to the refinery. Maybe we should go. Okay, the trial is postponed for 2 days, so yeah. I was like, maybe we are late go to the trial. But it's postponed for 2 days, so we still have tomorrow. Yes, the investigation. Let's do that immediately. Celeste immediately power walks out to the room. You quickly follow after her. If you are heading to the refinery, do you mind if I meet with you two? There is something that I would like to ask you. Sure, wonderful. I'll see you at the town square. Okay, let's meet with the prince. You quickly meet Aster in the town square while you walk to the refinery. You and Celeste walk to your destination with purpose. A little too much purpose. It's almost as if you are both trying to distract yourself from something. Every time you make eye contact with Celeste, she quickly glances away. Things are a little awkward. but you much prefer this over the tense mood between you two yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, Aster, what was that spell you used earlier? It let you speak with us without being there. Oh, that was a conjuration spell. It's called Send Message. I just feel a little bit uneasy that you can just contact us out of the blue like that. More importantly, you are a little worried about what he might have seen. Don't worry, the spell is perfectly harmless. I can give you the parameters if you'd like. Okay, it's just projecting voice. So it's just the sound, okay? And it must conscious. Oh, okay. This is interesting. If it doesn't, yeah, if they are not conscious, the spell will fail. How can be used through an object too? This is interesting. Is this one of the clues that we will have to use? By the way, I'm not trying to be rude, but why are you following us? Oh yes, I was still trying to think of the proper method to ask you. But you both seem to be on edge at the moment. What did you want to ask us? You already told me about the traces of transmutation at the refinery, but the trial yesterday really highlighted the significance of that. I can't simply stand by if I was a witness to a murder. And may I join you in your investigation? Okay, sorry. Can we? Oh, we cannot. Yeah. So there is a fear on his emotion. What is he afraid us to find? Yeah. What is he afraid of? You are questioning his motives for a variety of reasons. He was the only other mage that was at the scene of the crime. Between him and Rika, you definitely trust Rika more. Alright, I see no reason why not. Celeste shoots you a concerned look. You softly gesture for her to keep an eye on Aster. She nods in acknowledgement. Aster is your prime suspect right now. No, he is the prince. He is not a suspect. How could Tyrion did not know that? Ah, dumb Tyrion. Aster, yeah, he has to be aware of that. But if you keep him close to you, you might catch some dissonant thoughts through the eye. You arrive at the refinery and see that several knights from the Inquisition have already arrived. Oh, there is Orim White. You glance at the damaged walkway and see Commander White there with a view of his knights. He seems to notice you too, but he only pays you a passing glance. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert, I've been waiting for you. For quite a while, may I add. Right, sorry about that. I suppose you have your reason, and you have more than proved yourself worthy of my trust. Although, Rakogan gives Aster a suspicious side glance. He appears to have come to the same conclusion that you do. Well, you've given me a little reason to doubt your judgments. I will leave the investigation in your capable hands. Speaking of the investigation, where should we start first? Now that we have gotten the Inquisition involved, we might be able to learn more about the magical traces at the crime scene. You look at Commander White, who is inspecting the walkway. He's probably your best bet for getting more information about the investigation. Okay, let's do we have anything to talk about the trial? I'm quite pleased with your work during the trial. I'm glad I put my trust in you. Thank you, but we are still a long way from getting your case dismissed. And showing the possibility of a murder definitely made things much more complicated. I see no reason to blame yourself. You merely played the cards that you were dealt. Honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of what happened. Do you have any idea who the second victim might be? I have no idea. But all of my other employees are accounted for. I doubt that it was anyone who worked for me. But then who was it? So, is it someone else dying? There are two persons dying? Is it that it is? To be perfectly honest, I'm a little concerned with how many unauthorized people were there that day. He has a point, it seems strange that Justin, Rika, and Morrison were all there. Okay, let's go to the walkway and talk to Arim White. Oh, it's you two, and who's this? Oh, wait, the hell? Yeah, you see, Arim White is scared, so it must be someone important. It's the prince. Commander, please don't. What the hell are you two doing? Oh, he just blurted it out. What? Ah, it appears that my cover has been blown, as they say. Did he just say that you are the crown prince? Yes, my full name is Astra the Wyverngard IV, heir to the throne of Wyverngard. What is his magic skill or something? Magic arts, yeah? This entire time you've been speaking to the... This entire time? You've been speaking to the heir of the throne? I was hoping that it wouldn't come to this. Oh, the Arcane art is conjuration, okay? Sorry, your Majesty. Please, none of that. I would much prefer if you all continue to call me Astra. No, I could never. You have never seen the commander this flustered before. Why did you find the need to hide this from us? Well, yeah. Usually people doesn't like to flaunting their names. I mean, yeah, there are people like that who doesn't want to people think that they are flaunting their names easily. So yeah, they hide their merit, not merit, but yeah, whatever that is. I admire your work, Mr. Cuthbert, which is why I was afraid you wouldn't speak with me if you knew the truth. In a way, he was correct to assume that as a member of the royal family, he represents everything that you and Miss Timora are fighting against. But he does look like a sincere and genuine person. At the very least, you haven't seen anything incriminating through the eye of Horus. Anyway, this complicated things greatly. Astra is your primary suspect, so if he did commit murder, you would have to implicate a member of the royal family. No, he is not doing any murder. A nobleman is one thing, but would it even be possible to convict the crown prince? Well, no matter what, you won't stop seeking justice. It doesn't matter who you are facing, be they man, king, or god. The princess said you came here to talk to the commander about his investigation. Since Astra is accompanying you, he might be more inclined to share details with you. Okay, Commander Arim White, please talk. We have Prince with us. I'm surprised that the Inquisition is even here. I thought you were all busy investigating Astra's missing ship. Oh, wait, you know about that? The commander glanced nervously at Astra. We want to put more of our people there, but Lady Stillwind insisted that we focus on the Dracogan case. As you should. I would much rather have you find justice for Justin Wei. That is far more important than looking for some musty old ship. Why is this fear again? Right, is this kid for real? Magical traces. Have you discovered anything about the magical traces here? We did take a look at it and it's definitely suspicious. The only rails with magical traces on them are these, and the fact that we can still see them means that they were left within the last 48 hours. It's looking pretty likely that someone used transmutation on these rails that night. It still doesn't make sense though. Why would someone weaken these rails specifically? Well, okay, there is one thing I like to say. You know that it has 48 hours until the magical thread disappear, right? How did you know that it doesn't cast it after the murder or the accident? Yeah, that's another question. Do they have a way to know that? I have no idea. I'm just as confused as you are. If this really foreplay, then someone knew that Justin or some other person would be in this exact place. Let's talk second body. Has the Inquisition found any evidence to prove my theory? You mean about second person falling into the vat? Sorry kid, but it ain't that simple. Body of that Justin fella sort of dissolved. That's quite gruesome. If another person had fallen in, their body would have dissolved too. But we could only find some bone fragments, blood, and a lot of metallic shells. Have you been able to use divination magic to identify the bone fragments? Yep, the ones we found all belong to Justin Wei. No signs of bones from another person. Okay. There wasn't any evidence of other person falling in? Yeah, because the first Justin is already dead. So I believe that both person are Justin, but the first one still alive. That's why he managed to hang into the ledge. Then someone, yeah, it's my previous tale. Someone pulled him up, and maybe he already dead or killed him, and then put him on leaning on the guardrail and cast transmutation magic, and it suddenly broke and he fell into the fan. A perfect crime. You don't need to be near the crime scene. I mean, you need to be around there to cast the magic, but yeah. Are you sure that you and Morrison saw the person fall into the vat? Asked her. I definitely saw someone fall off the walkway and break the guardrails. Although thinking back on it, I didn't recognize who exactly that person was. We already know this. The harbor master and I were pretty far away and it wasn't well lit. Do you think the second victim's body fully dissolved? That might explain why we can't find any bone matter from them. No, if my theory is correct, the second victim fell in minutes after Justin fell. It wouldn't make sense if that person's body fully dissolved before Justin's. But why can't you find any bone matter of the second person? Yeah, because it's both the same person. Either way, Drakegan might want to hear about this. Anything we can talk fat liquid. If the liquid is so volatile, how were you able to take things out of the vat? Oh, the liquid isn't volatile anymore. When the harbor master and I reported what we saw, the workers poured some sort of alchemical solution into the vat. Yeah, according to them, that solution neutralized the evocation magic in those chemicals. From what I hear, the magical liquid in these vats is usually blue. The solution that they poured in turned it green. Yes, unfortunately, it was too late. By the time they would neutralize the liquid, Justin's body had already mostly dissolved. And if they hadn't neutralized it so quickly, we probably wouldn't have found anything from the victim. Neutralizing liquid has been added to your notes. Okay, another talk about Princess Asta. I still can't believe that you've been the crown prince this entire time. How could you, Tyrion? I know he is the crown prince the first time we met. It's an immediate deduction. He has a crown. Must be the prince. Simple, easy as that. It was either two, right? The prince or a high priest. Yeah, I gave two possibilities. But after we heard that it's the ship that's missing is owned by Crown Priest or something. Yeah, we immediately deducted that he is the Crown Prince. So yeah. I wasn't trying to deceive you. I was just worried that you might treat me differently if you knew the truth. That's fine, that is correct. Oh, right. Should I call Stillwind over here for you? She will probably want to see you. No, I think it would be best if you didn't. Oh, I remember now. If you are the crown prince, that makes Prosecutor's Tailwind your fiancé. Right, Lady Frega mentioned that during the Nightgrave case. That's why the name Aster sounds so familiar. You saw it in her thoughts. Oh yeah, I think it's mentioned once, I guess. Ugh, that Miriam, she's caused me so much trouble by publicly revealing my marriage to Lady Stillwind. I had hoped to keep it a secret for much longer. Okay. Where is Prosecutor Stillwind anyways? She always investigates these crime scenes herself. She said she wanted to investigate this disappearing ship personally. She seems really hell-bent on finding the people responsible. They did attempt to kidnap the Crown Prince after all. How she must really care about you, Aster. No, I highly doubt that. Why she said? Why? What? Our marriage was arranged by our parents, well before we were born. She had no say in the matter, and I know that she only tolerates me for the good of our kingdom. I'm sure she still cares about you. No, I can tell by the way she behaves around me. Her hands quiver with rage, and she can't even bear to look at me when I speak to her, he said. Damn, I can't believe she even treats the Crown Prince like that. She may be my fiancé, but our marriage is purely political. She endures so much because of her name. I guess you aristocrats have your own share of problems. Okay, let's move on. Where to though? I forgot. Maybe the refinery. Let's talk to. We can't. Oh, I need to click the move location. Yeah, let's talk to this one. Dracogan. Dracogan. We spoke with the Inquisition about what they found in the vat, and they could only find bone matter belonging to Justin. Well, that and several metallic shards. What? That can't be right. I know, I was hoping to find some hard evidence to prove my theory. I'll have to find another approach to prove it. No, that's not what I meant. There shouldn't be any solid matters in those vats. Are you talking about the metallic shards? I just assumed that those were some kind of magical byproduct. No, the requirement process requires that everything in that vat remains a liquid. Solid matters would absorb the liquid's magical properties and taint the entire batch. So those metal shards weren't supposed to be in there? Do you think they came from the broken piece of the railing? Possibly. We will probably want to double check with the commander to make sure. This is definitely strange. You will need to take a moment to work through all of this. From what Dracogan said, there shouldn't be any solid matters in those vats. We've already confirmed that the bone matters they found came from Justin's body. But that leaves another question. How did metallic shards appear in the vats? Where did those metallic shard comes from? Yeah, Justin a metal object was thrown into the vat. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Whatever that object was, it probably dissolved into the shard that Orim found. That's the thing though. What should the magical liquid have done to the object? It was destructive enough to reduce the entire human body to a few shards of bone. So the vat liquid should have completely destroyed the metal object. We shouldn't have found any metal shards in the first place. Right, but we did find them. How do you explain that? Why wasn't the metal object fully destroyed? Justin Way. Sorry, not just the rig. The fat liquid was neutralized shortly before the accident happened, I guess. Yeah, the fat liquid was neutralized the night of. Yeah, it should be neutralized, right? The fat liquid was neutralized. Oh yeah, shortly after the accident report. Okay. They did this to attempt to save Justin, but it would have also stopped the liquid from destroying anything else within the fat. So that's why we found those metal shards. And whatever that metal object was, it was only partially destroyed. Sorry, I start dozing off. Should we end it before the second trial, I guess? If it fell a while before the accident, it would have dissolved completely. Yeah, I think I will stop when we are going to start the second trial. Sorry, let me drink a bit. Yeah, I apologize for that. I didn't have enough sleep yesterday because of work. So yeah, I'm a bit sleepy already. But no worries, I can still hanging on for until we get into the continuation of the third trial. We will stop there and complete this tomorrow. Okay, let's continue. And if it fell after the accident, it wouldn't have dissolved at all. Furthermore, whatever that object was, it was probably as large as Justin. What? Ah. If it was as large as Justin, maybe it was the robot. You know, the automaton or whatever that thing is. Do you think this metal object had something to do with the second victim? Maybe they were holding it when they fell in. I'm not sure, but it's definitely possible. We should take a look closer at the metallic shards that Commander White found. Oh yeah, so it's not another person. Interesting. Those shards might help us identify the second victim. No, it's not a person. It's an automaton. Hey, Orim White, I need your consultation. Metallic shards. Commander White, you mentioned that you found several metallic shards in the vat. Do you mind if we take a look at them? Sure, just don't get any bright ideas about taking anything. You'll also want to avoid touching them with your bare hands. The liquid is neutralized, but it definitely ain't good for your skin. Commander motioned one of the Inquisition Knight. After a few moments, he brings back a large barrel filled with metallic shells. What? There were that many? What could have possibly fallen into the vat is the automaton. Oh, hello, Axolotl. The name of the game is Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. You can see it on the screen, at the bottom of the screen, near my VTuber model. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. We are playing, this Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. We are becoming a law attorney in a world filled with magic and fantasy or something, I guess. Yeah, whatever that is. So yeah, and now we are investigating a murder case that happened inside some magical factory. Someone fell into the vat, and we suspect that there was foul play involved, and now we are investigating the case. Let's continue with the investigation. You spend some time closely inspecting the metallic shard with Celeste. The shards are only the size of small rocks, and it's difficult to find any discerning features. It is the automaton. Any luck on your end? No, I haven't found. Celeste? I think I found something. I'm not exactly sure what it is though. Celeste pulls out a metallic shard with some sort of engraving on it. Unlike other shards, this one looks far less damaged. The engraving on it looks like some sort of crest. That's the crest of House Von Sanctus. Isn't he the noble that's charging Drake again? Yeah, it's the... I still believe that it's the automaton. The automaton was mentioned in the second case. So yeah, there must be another one here in the third case. Well, I doubt that Lord Von Sanctus was the second victim. Yeah, he's still alive. I mean, how could he file the case if he was the second victim? Esther, do you know who would have house emblem like this? Normally, one of the Lord's Retainers would have the emblems of his house. Well, I doubt that Justin was one who had this in his possession. Do you think one of Von Sanctus' retainers fell into the vat that night? It's definitely possible, but if that did happen, why haven't we heard about it? Lord Von Sanctus would have the resources to keep something like that out of the public eye. The only way to know for sure would be to ask him ourselves. But even if we could talk to him, he would have never cooperated with us. That's interesting. Is it really someone else dying there, not just a simple automaton? I'm worrying now. How correct is my hypothesis? You glance at the prince. Someone of his station would have no trouble meeting with Lord Von Sanctus. An idea begins to form in your mind. Unless... what is it, Mr. Cuthbert? Esther, do you think you could help us interrogate Lord Von Sanctus? Really? You need my help? Oh, I see. Now I understand why he has the fear what? He feared that Stillwind is in the refinery, yeah. Because their relationship is not that good. And now that we know that Stillwind is not here, that fear is disappeared. That is a nice touch from the developer. I like that. That's nice. But as the Crown Prince, he would be much more inclined to speak with you. Of course, I would be happy to help. You might be overplaying your hand by utilizing Astra this way. You are still wary of the prince, especially since he has one of the few mages. He was one of the few mages at the scene. Will this really work though? It's not ideal, but it's the only lead we have so far. But it still bothers you. Why haven't you found any bone matter from a second person? Yeah, it's not a person. I still believe that it's an automaton. Mark my words, it's an automaton, not a person. Maybe you are overthinking it. You should pursue every lead and see where it takes you. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Access a little? Yeah, thank you. And to do that, you need to find out where Lord Von Sanctus is. Yeah, where is this person we need to find? Oh, we immediately have access to Von Sanctus Manor. Okay, let's go. So this is Von Sanctus' house. It would be more appropriate to call this building a palace rather than a house. What's that smell? As you head further into the manor, you are hit with a very pungent and sour odor. It almost burns the interior of your nostrils every time you inhale. Well, we are here. You look around the manor and don't see anyone nearby. It looks like Lord Santos isn't home at the moment. Perhaps we should try looking somewhere else. I want to use Detect Magic.
Arcanum!
Nothing. Unfortunately. Let's just examine that. A long flight of stairs leads to the upper parts of Von Santos Manor. You're a bit tempted to snoop around, but it would be best to not take such risk, okay? So, where should we go now? Maybe Von Santos is on the town square, maybe. Okay, no. Okay, he is here. Okay. We mustn't let such idealistic notion throw our nation into chaos. You arrive at the town square and see Lord Von Santos speaking to several spectators from a podium. There is Lord Von Santos. He appears to be giving some sort of speech. Do your best to remain hidden from his view while you listen. Okay, this is the Von Santos. Please understand, the action of the nobility seem callous. However, we only have our best interests at heart. This controversy with the Dracogen Trading Company is just one of the many examples. These so-called unions that men like him support may seem appealing, but they only obfuscate and hinder the nobility from protecting the working class. Men like Stefanik Dracogen are merely charlatans. They only seek financial gain by strong-arming your true benefactors. True benefactors? What a joke. I knew that Von Santos was wary of Dracogen, but I never expected him to be this zealous about getting rid of it. I think it's less about Dracogen specifically and more about what he represents. What do you mean? The Dracogen Trading Company has presented tangible proof that its policies are both effective and profitable. Even businesses that have no affiliation with him have started following his example. Von Santos is merely a relic of the past, and I think he knows that his archaic ideals won't survive in this landscape. I can only hope that our grand kingdom recognize this danger as I have. The pompous noble leaves the podium as the citizen ponder his words. What a lot of garbage. It's obvious that Von Santos knows his days are numbered. But look at what happened. We let the common folk set their own stand. Okay, this is another nobleman going up to the podium. I guess that's what happened. We let the common folk set their own standards and a young man died. I guess you have a point there. Oh no, it's not another person coming up to the podium. The nobleman is talking to the merchant, okay? You saw Von Santos get into the carriage shortly after his speech. It appears to be heading back to his manor. Okay, let's talk to Celeste. Okay, it's nothing, it's just telling us where to go. Anyways, we saw Von Santos heading back here. We should be able to speak with him soon. Wait, Tyrion. Isn't he going to recognize us? We can't really avoid that. If we want to question him, we need to speak to him directly. But even a noble like him would have to act civilly with the crown prince present. You mean like how you civilly embarrassed and insulted him a few days ago? It's not a few days ago, Celeste. It's still not more than 48 hours. Maybe it's still yesterday? Or 2 days ago. Yeah, not 48 hours has passed. Maybe 48 hours is still a few days ago, maybe? Right, you completely forgot about the chess tournament. Well, it's not as if we can hide our identities from him. Excuse me. I face him in the chess tournament, and I am Dracogen attorney. He knows what we'll look like. What we'll look like? Wait, that's it. What? Lush. Oh, Celeste now can use illusion magic? Wait, what are you? Wow, that's quite impressive, Celeste. Right? I've been practicing that one. What are you two talking about? I think you should see for yourself. The prince gestures towards nearby mirror in the hallway. You reluctantly approach it. Sorry. Just what exactly did Celeste do to you? What? Why do I look like Reese Rudolph? It looks great, right? It looks great, right? Aris taught me that one to me. Do you honestly expect him to fall for this? He's probably a powerful mage. He will see right through this. Are you telling me that the Crown Prince is here? Why didn't you notify me sooner? Oh, hi everyone. Hello, Rain Burns. Thank you for the subscribe. And hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are now playing the Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane, and we are now investigating the third cases of the... What was it again? Of the game. And now we are going to some nobleman to find out what was happening to his attendant. Not attendant, retainer. Caranya gimana? Caranya itu random, kadang-kadang muncul, kadang-kadang ya, kadang-kadang ada, kadang-kadang itu otomatis. Tapi ya, kadang-kadang muncul, kadang-kadang enggak. Pas subscribe. Saya juga nggak tahu itu kenapa. Okay, you hear Von Senkel shouting at his attendant from down the hallway. He seems to be quickly heading this way. Uh-oh. You might want to disguise yourself as well, Celeste. Don't encourage her. This is extremely illegal. Right, look, you should just dispel this ridiculous disguise and... He's almost here. I can't think of anyone. Oh, sorry. Let me guess. Celeste might turn disguise herself into Stillwind, Crown Prince fiance. Yeah. That's my. It's not. I mean, she has an option to disguise herself into two other female character, but I don't think she will disguise herself into Miss Timora, and I forgot the one from the second case. Yeah, they are not that close. Maybe he can disguise herself into the... Who was the name again? Can I see the log? Is the log long enough to... Maybe I can check from the profiles? No. Yeah, this is the one character that she can disguise, but I think she will disguise as this one, Arya Stillwind. The other one is not present in this profile, so yeah. Illusion. What was that? Oh, what are you talking about? I could have sworn I heard something. Yeah, it's Celeste Stillwind. She become a Stillwind. She become the Crown Prince fiance. Scaled Lord help us of all people she could have chosen. At least she's able to mimic her voice well enough. Oh, Lady Stillwind, I wasn't expecting you until much later. Well, I do not answer to you. I shall do as I please. Yes, I suppose you have a habit of doing that. Surprisingly, it doesn't look like he is seen through your disguises. He must have other things on his mind if his guard is down like this. Anyways, Lord von Sanctus, pardon the abrupt intrusion. I came by to pay my respects. I am honored by your Majesty's presence. Unfortunately, I am quite busy with administrative matters at the moment. Too busy to show hospitality to the heir of the throne? Oh, I wasn't. Okay, this is show that he is scared and angry. I suppose I have some time to speak with you. Oh yeah, so why we could see the other people emotion is because our main character Tyrion has an ability to see other people's thoughts. So yeah, technically not thoughts. Sometimes it thoughts, but yeah, usually it's just emotion like that. In the trial, we usually can see the what they are thinking too. So yeah, what's the gender? Maybe genre? You mean genre? Yeah, genre of the game. It's technically it's visual novel, but it's also an investigation. So yeah, maybe I would call it something like mystery visual novel. Maybe. Yeah, because you are not just reading some sort of novel, but you also need to think about how the puzzle connects. Like here we have clues that we need to present to people, and we need to use the clues or spell or profile to make an argument if we want to say something. I mean, yeah, if we want to prove that something is correct. So yeah, I think the genre of the game is, yeah, maybe mystery solving visual novel, I guess. I'm not sure. This one is similar to As Attorney, if you have heard about it, or Phoenix Wright in I forgot, in Western, what was it's called? Phoenix Wright as Attorney or just as Attorney? I forgot. You can Google it. As Attorney. Yeah, it's similar to that. Okay, let's moving on. You should let Prince Astor to make small talk with him for a bit. After that, you can subtly bring up the Von Sanctus crest that you found in the vat. The game link is also on the description. I think let me check if I really did put it on the description or not. Yeah, it is on the description, on the credit. You can get the game from that link. I mean, buy it to support the developer. Alright, let's talk to the Von Sanctus about the trial. I heard about the charges that you have brought against the Dracogan Trading Company. Forgive my bluntness, but is everything well within your estate? That I'm simply cleaning house, nothing more. I've dealt with plenty of men like Dracogan before, and this time will be no different. I understand that he may be taking business away from you, but does that really warrant you taking such drastic measures? It's not just about his business, it's these ideas that he's putting into people's heads. He's allowed these unions to continue existing, and other businesses are following his example. It's absolutely absurd. It's as if the entire world has gone mad. I see. Our society only functions when the lower class know their place. If that's how our society functions, then perhaps it is flawed. You are still young, Prince Astor. These righteous ideals might sound appealing, but they are the path to disorder. The common folk do not care about the well-being of our kingdom as a whole. They only care about themselves individually. If we allow them to become empowered, they will use that power selfishly. It is up to the upper class to maintain order. I see. Okay, we can see that Aster has this sad emotion and also angry about the statement that Von Sanctus just made. Let's go with Arya still. By the way, I'm surprised that you are representing Lord Von Sanctus, Lady Stillwin. Wait, she doesn't know anything. She's Celeste, not the real Stillwin. This crown prince is trying to blow our cover. Oh, right. What is he doing? It's already hard enough to maintain this rules. Yeah, it's already hard enough. Why should he make it more harder for us to do this? I knew that you recently become a persecutor, but I never imagined that you would represent a noble. Don't get ahead of yourself, Aster. What does that even mean? Yeah, what does that even mean? Let's not be coy, Lady Stillwin. If you must know, Your Majesty, how Stillwin and I came to an arrangement. The fair lady is so keen on wasting her talents on civil work. Given that, I might as well utilize her to my benefit. Do not speak to her like that. I meant no disrespect. But rest assured, this is only temporary. I see, so you have an arrangement with Lucio Stillwin. Oh, the Von Sanctus is scared. It seems that Aster is collecting his own information. Okay. He is using Celeste for his own gain. By the way, Lord Von Sanctus, have any of your attendants gone missing lately? That's an oddly specific question. But no, all of my attendants are accounted for. Where are you from? Indonesia? Yeah, I'm from Indonesia. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I rarely use Indonesian while streaming, but yeah, there is a time when I stream using Indonesian, but yeah, it's quite rare, especially in a game like this. I mean, yeah, usually when I'm playing Mahjong, that's when I use Indonesian, when I'm in like Mahjong tournament or something like that. You can check my old live stream, there are some where I talk Indonesian. It should be tagged at the end of the stream title. It's either ID or EM, where if there is ID on the title then it's in Indonesian. Yeah. You don't see any dissonant thoughts from the eye, but he could be unconsciously shielding himself from it. I must ask, why would you ask such a question? You see, I actually found a discarded trinket while walking around the city. It had the crest of House Von Sanctus on it. I was worried that something unsavory might have happened to one of your people. Ah, I see. I suppose you must be on the edge after what happened to your ship. Oh, you are Indonesian too? And that's nice. Welcome, fellow Indonesian people. It's nice to see. Yeah, it's nice to see you. However, items with the Von Sanctus crest are quite common nowadays. Really? The item that you found must have been a product produced by Von Sanctus Industries. An item produced by Von Sanctus Industries? Oh, what is this? It's not the automaton? Let's see. If it's not the automaton, this is interesting. Von Sanctus might not be the culprit. Yeah, interesting. That means we are not sure who the culprit is. Actually, yeah, it's interesting. And also, I'm not dozing off anymore. Maybe we can clear this third chapter tonight. Let's see. Not just some of the items, the Von Sanctus crest is engraved on every product created by Von Sanctus Industries. As a result, people have come to associate the quality of our products with the quality of House Von Sanctus. Or at least they did, until hacks like Dracogen came out of the woodwork. So in other words, it's just branding. What type of product does Von Sanctus Industries produce? We used to produce magical accessories for mages, but now we are produce all manner of products. As the head of commerce in our kingdom, we have diversified our holdings. Oh, that means the metal shard could have come from anything. Yeah, that's right, it might come from anything. So, Von Sanctus might not be the culprit. I mean, everyone could have dropped this thing. It seems this line of questioning led to a dead end. Yeah. Damn it, is it really impossible to identify where that shard came from? Do you sell your product to the Dracogen Trading Company? Yes, of course I do. Despite my misgiving with Dracogen, it would be foolish of me if I didn't do business with him. That means there are Von Sanctus products in the Arcane Refinery. You are called Von Sanctus Industries, after all. That's true, the metal shard could have come from some sort of industrial tool. Just what are you implying, Lady Stillwind? A twinge of nervousness to the eye? Does he know something? Why would he get so defensive over a question like that? Was there a Von Sanctus product in the refinery on the night of the murder? She misspoke and said murder instead of accident. But that is evoking a reaction. Answer the question, Von. Celeste attempted to loudly slam the tip of her cane on the ground. I like this face. I mean, this is not Stillwind face. This is actually Celeste face. Stillwind, I didn't remember Stillwind has this kind of face, but Celeste does have this stern face. This is her mercenary face, yeah, or military face if you like to. Celeste is a mercenary, so yeah. She has this serious face when she is serious or in some sort of serious situation. She loses her balance and tips over a nearby fatal cave. The face shatters on the ground, creating quite a mess of broken shards and water. So, Lady Stillwind, are you okay? Celeste immediately regains her balance and tries to act as if nothing happened. I'm not paying for that. Oh! Lord Von Sanctus completely lost his composure and recoils at the sight of the broken face. Construct, I require assassin. Oh, it's construct, yeah. The automaton. The automaton that I mentioned since minutes ago. It's the construct. So this construct is like a robot that you can order around. So I think that Lord Von Sanctus is bringing some of the construct to the murder scene, and then he threw the construct to the van. So yeah, I think that's what actually happened. I acknowledge. Now we only need to prove that this construct have the house logo engraved on them. Yeah, house logo. What was it again? House symbol, house emblem, whatever that is. In response to Von Sanctus' call, an arcane construct walks out from a nearby closet. Construct, clean up this mess at once. He seems very disturbed by the mess. Is he some sort of clean freak? I acknowledge. The construct begins quickly picking up the shards of the broken vase. You own an arcane construct? I do. Von Sanctus Industries is the inventor of arcane construct after all. Right, you recall Celeste mentioning that earlier. Would you like one, Your Highness? My apologies, I'm not very interested in using artificery. Suit yourself. In any case, I'm afraid Lady Stillwind must be taking her leave now. What? Remember, you said that you could only accompany me for 1 hour. It's close to being 1 hour, right, Lady Stillwind? What are you... Oh, right, 1 hour. It would definitely not be good for us to be here for more than 1 hour. Oh, does this illusion only last for 1 hour? In the meantime, may I discuss some personal matters with you, Lord von Sanctus? Of course, I am at your disposal, Your Majesty. You raise an eyebrow at the prince. It appears that he didn't come here just to help you. But you suppose that you have gotten all the information you need out of von Sanctus. It is time to move on to the next lead. What lead? I think that's all we have. That was embarrassing. Yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort. Well, at least no one saw through our disguise. Are you an attendant here? Wait, this one is the real one, right? Yeah, this one is the real Stillwind. Please notify Lord von Sanctus that real Arya Stillwind, walks through the front door of the manor. Just as you are about to exit, she immediately stops in her tracks upon meeting her doppelganger. Aburio. Boleh saya rekomendasikan channel ini ke teman saya? Boleh. Silakan. Terima kasih banyak direkomendasikan. Channel ini tapi pada umumnya ya main game RPG biasanya. Kadang-kadang main game kayak gini. Main visual novel. Soalnya rada capek harus baca teks 3-4 jam gitu. Ya, tapi ini kita main game game kayak gini tuh karena saya suka sama game Ace Attorney tadi. Kita soalnya perlu mikir buat ngelanjutin ceritanya gitu. Kita harus pecahin kasus, nyari petunjuk dan nyambungin clue. Yeah, so the chat said that they want to recommend the channel to their friend. I am very welcome it. Yeah, it's helpful to make the channel grow. Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I was talking that the channel isn't usually play this type of game. I mean, novel kind of game. We play this because I was a fan. I am still a fan of the Ace Attorney series. Yeah, it's the game where you need to think to continue to advance the story progression, the game progression. So yeah, I like detective story or mystery stories, I guess, or murder mysteries, thriller. Yeah, I like that kind of stories. And why does the music stop? I think that's because Stillwind is casting this spell, Aburio. I think this spell is to dispel Celeste illusion. Let's see. Yeah, with one spell, Stillwind dispels the illusion over you and Celeste. Upon seeing who you really are, she lets out an irritated sigh. Oke bang, good luck. Ya, good luck buat Anda juga. Terima kasih atas rekomendasinya. Is impersonating the Stillwind some kind of hobby for you, Miss McCoy? Oh, this is interesting. I mean, you see, in the second chapter, Celeste disguised as Arya's cousin. Yeah, Stillwind is their family name, their house name. So Arya, sorry, not Arya. Celeste disguised as someone from Stillwind house. It would be interesting if Celeste is actually from the Stillwind house. Why I suspect that is because Celeste does not know who her parent is. She was abandoned in outskirt village. So yeah, it is interesting if she is actually still. I mean, she is not at fault all this time, actually, if that is true. Let's see if they pull this trope or not. Let's see if my hunts are correct later. I mean, I believe that this will come into play, but I don't know when. But yeah, I believe that it will come to play. Let's see in the future. No, there was a really good reason for us doing this. Let me guess, you wanted to interrogate Von Sanctus without him knowing who you really were. No? Lying about your name is one matter, but impersonating a noble, using magic, is a serious crime. Tyrion? Oh, please? Are you seriously going to have to defend her in court again? Yeah. You quickly try to think away to defuse this situation. Sorry for the wait, you two. I had to discuss. Lady Stillwind? Great. According to Esther, Stillwind despised him. Knowing that he was part of this will just make things worse. Okay. This is not what I expected. All this time, we have the impression that Stillwind hate the prince, but you can see here from the reaction, she is happy meeting with the prince. Also, she is a fear. Actually, it's not fear, but something like a groggy or something. Yeah, but the strongest emotion on the purple one is fear, but it's not usually associated with fear. This is unexpected. She actually likes the prince. Okay, moving on. This is see, Celeste doesn't buy it. She doesn't buy it. What? Oh, I see you have dispelled their disguise. You knew about this? Aster steps between you and Stillwind. It seems that he is trying to calm her down. For better or for worse, her attention is firmly focused on him. I'm terribly sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect you. No, that's not why I... He's really close. Look at how happy Stillwind is. This is fun. They pulled this ruse under my orders. Could you please look the other way, just this once? Okay. Thank you, Lady Stillwind. I won't forget this. Look at that. How messy her throat is. I need to go. Well, that was certainly something. I'm sorry you two had to see that. What? It's as I said before, she absolutely detests me. You saw it, didn't you? She could barely look me in the eye. Okay, this is just a misunderstanding from the prince part. This prince make us misunderstood. But yeah, it's not that she despises Aster. She is like Aster so much. Okay. Oh my god. In any case, we are starting to run out of time. We should head back to the refinery. But we still don't know where the metal shard came from. We already know that, Celeste. I already said it. Since from the first time we find the metal, it is the construct. Or automata. As I said it, it's the construct. From what Von Sanctus told us, I don't think we can find out exactly where it came from. It is the construct, you all. If each of Von Sanctus' product has that crest, it could be any number of things, but hopefully, Dracogen can help us narrow that list down. If it did come from some kind of industrial tool, you might be able to check if any of the refinery's tools are missing. Oh, thank you for the sub, Arini. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Jadikan aku moderator bang, please. Saya kayaknya apa namanya Gak tahu sih butuh moderator atau enggak, tapi ya maksudnya ya moderator juga dulu ada ya dulu ada yang ya yang perlu dimoderate di chat, tapi sekarang udah nggak ada rata-rata. Saya juga nggak tahu sih sebenarnya fungsi moderator buat apa selain buat yaitu bersih-bersih chat. Okay. So yeah, one of the chat asking to be a moderator, and I was like, I don't know whether I need a moderator or not. So yeah, maybe when the channel grew bigger, I might need one or two, but for now, maybe not yet. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute, I will come back. Okay, take your time. Access Lotto. We are still here. I don't know, what are we doing again here? Yeah, we are still we are done interrogating. Who was the name again? I forgot, let me check. Von Sanctus. It's Von Sanctus, right? It's Von Sanctus. We are done interrogating Von Sanctus, and now we are going to the refinery to talk with Dracogan. Refinery of the location. Hello again, Mr. Cuthbert. I hope you have good news. Well, actually, you take some time to explain to Dracogan what you found during your investigation. You are still uncertain about the identity of the second victim. Hi, come back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Access Lotto. Game apa bang? Itu ada di layar, di bawah, di tengah. Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Linknya juga ada di deskripsi. Silakan dilihat-lihat. So yeah, someone in the chat, Rizky is asking about what game is this? It is again Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. You can find the description in the link below. You can find the link in the description below. Yeah, that's the correct words. Yeah. One subs lagi subs. Oh iya kah? Is it one more into 100? Thank you everyone. Thank you. This game is a game where we play as an attorney, similar like as Attorney Phoenix, right? But with a twist, we are in the world of magic. And yeah, fantasy and magic. There are knights, I don't know if there are dragons, but the lore said that there are dragons in this world. But we haven't met one yet. Maybe in the last case we will meet one. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the story. You are still uncertain about the identity of the second victim. That metal shard with the Von Sanctus crest is your best lead right now. I see. With that said, do you have any tools that you have purchased from Von Sanctus Industries? I do. He personally sold me quite a few when I first arrived in the city. I even purchased the security system for the refinery building from him. Really? Did you purchase anything else from him? Well, he also tried to sell me some of those Arcane constructs. He told me I could be the first person in Aurinex to own such innovative technology. But I turned him down. Really? But they seem so useful. I don't feel comfortable trusting machine to handle the work here. Those constructs require very specific instruction, and they lack common sense. That's true, we saw how unreliable they could be during the Nightgrave case. He heavily emphasized how exclusive this deal would be for me. Looking back on it, he was probably trying to make me dependent on his services. Yeah, I guess you made the right choice refusing his offer. Okay, so we got an upgrade clue here about product from Font Sanctus. Yeah, congratulations. Oh, is it 100 already? Let me check. It seems it's still 99, but yeah, one more until it becomes 100. I hope that it becomes 100 today or tomorrow, maybe in this week. Yeah, let's hope that happen. Anyways, have any of the tools from Font Sanctus Industries been reported missing? The Inquisition actually asked me the same question, so I took some time today to check my inventory. Why would the Inquisition ask him for that? Did Tailwind come to the same conclusion that you did? There was one tool unaccounted for. Really? What kind of tool was it? A rod mending. It's a large tool that we use to repair damage on the machines. A tool for repairs? How large was it? Quite large, actually. It's called rod, but it's more of a large cylindrical tool. It requires two people to properly carry and use it. Wait, a repair tool like that could use transmutation magic, right? That's right. What if the rod mending was the thing that weakened the guardrail? Is that possible, Dracogan? I suppose that is possible. Now that you mention it, I recall there being a way to reverse its effect. We never even considered that the transmutation trace left by an artificer tool. Okay, so looks like it's not the construct. Do you have an Instagram? This is a bit hard to answer. So I actually didn't have an Instagram, but if you all remember a few weeks ago, Meta released Threads, right? Threads platform as an Twitter alternative. So I made an Instagram just to log into Threads because you could not. You need Instagram account to use Threads, and I haven't opened both of them since I registered last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess. Yeah, I forgot. So yeah, I'm not sure if I actually have Instagram or not because I just made it so I can see what's happened on Threads, but I actually didn't use both of them. Congratulations for 100 subscriptions. Oh, is it 100 already? Let's see again. Let me refresh. Oh, it's 100. Oh, thank you everyone. Thank you. Finally, it's 100 after a very long time. I mean, the channel's been around for years, but yeah, finally 100. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much appreciated. So yeah, I think I will. To celebrate the 100 subscription, I think I will finish this investigation. I mean, this trial until the case is solved. I think we will hear for about 1 or 2 hours until the case is solved. Let's see. Let's continue. Yeah, I will finish this tonight to celebrate the 100 subscription. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue with the story. That does leave some suspicion of Astor. Yeah, that's also destroy my theory that there is a construct that fall down to the fan. Yeah. Rod of Mending, an artificery tool that channels transmutation magic to repair object, and it can be reversed to cause it to weaken object instead of repairing them. It's quite large and requires 2 people to properly carry and use it. Someone could have sabotaged the rail with the rod, and they might have thrown it into the vat to cover their tracks. It didn't completely dissolve. That would mean that they threw the rod in close to when Justin fell off of the walkway. It can't be a coincidence that these two events happen so close to each other. And we still have no idea who actually broke the guardrail. We didn't find a second body in the vat, and we don't have evidence that proves a second victim even exists. I feel as if we have more questions than answers at the moment. We have learned few new facts about the case now, and the Inquisition has verified the traces of transmutation on the guardrail. The burden of proof is still on the prosecution to prove that Dracogan is at fault. Even if Stillwind has a proper explanation for that, I can counter her with the facts we've learned thus far. I just hope that the trial goes as smoothly as you describe it. It rarely ever does, but knowing that would just needlessly stress him out. Regardless, I appreciate the work that you have done thus far. I will leave things in your very capable hands. You just hope that you don't encounter any more curveball tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, this will be the second trial. Let's hope that we are not second trial, but second day of the trial. Let's hope that we don't need the third day of the trial. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if we need the third day of the trial, then that means we will be here for at least 4 more hours. Okay, let's continue. Court is now resumed for the trial of Stefanik Dracogan. Let us review the proceeding from 2 days ago. At first, the facts of the case seem very straightforward. The victim, Justin Wade, put his weight on a poorly maintained guardrail on the refinery grounds. Said guardrail broke, causing Justin Wade to fall to his death. However, the defense presented a shocking piece of evidence in the previous proceedings. Excuse me. Traces of transmutation magic were found in that same broken guardrail. This new evidence implies that sabotage, if not outright foul play, played a part in the death of the victim. Besok live streaming lagi, lihat dulu. Kalau kasusnya beres hari ini, mungkin enggak. Tapi kalau belum beres, besok kita lanjut. So yeah, Axolotl asking that if tomorrow I will be streaming, it would depends if we manage to complete this trial today. If the trial completed today, I will not streaming tomorrow. Maybe I will stream. Oh wait, today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today is Sunday. Sunday, Monday. Today is Monday, right? Wednesday is a holiday, so yeah, I think I will stream in Wednesday. I mean, it's tomorrow actually. Yeah. Maybe I can stream tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday. Yeah. Besok bisa kayaknya live stream karena Rabunya libur. Jadi ya, malam Rabu sama hari Rabu kayaknya bisa stream. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I will stream tomorrow because the next day is we are having a holiday, if I recall correctly. Actually, someone told me today that Wednesday is a holiday. I haven't checked. For the time jam berapa ya? So kayaknya sih jamnya sama antara jam 8 atau jam 9. Biasanya antara 2 jam itu. Ya kalau kayak ngantuk gitu, misal ngantuk tidur dulu, baru nanti streaming jam 9 atau jam 10 malam. So yeah, the time that I will be streaming is usually around 8 or 9 p.m. Yeah, but in weekends, not in weekends, but in the holiday, I usually stream at the day, but it's random. And it's not streamed on YouTube, but on Twitch instead. Usually I grind or something at the Twitch. Not usually, I just started like yesterday, I guess. Yeah, started yesterday, streaming on the Twitch. But it's more like grinding or yeah, something like that on Twitch. So yeah, tomorrow I might stream, but at 8 p.m. Not, yeah, at 8 p.m. Same as today. The same time as tonight. Yeah. I think we will still play this game. I think we will still play this game, I guess. But let's see if we have another game to play. Yeah, maybe we can play another game to celebrate the 100 subscriber, but I don't have a plan actually. I was thinking like maybe the 100 will be next week or next month or something, but yeah, I don't expect it to be today. So yeah, again, thank you for the 100 subscribers. Okay, let's continue with the story. This new evidence implies that sabotage, if not outright full play, played a part in the death of the victim. This evidence is also accompanied by conflicting testimonies from witnesses. All of these elements have thrown quite some doubt on the validity of the prosecution case. Kalau biar nggak lupa mungkin bisa nyalain notifikasinya. Jadi kadang-kadang saya kalau nge-stream itu biasanya udah naro jadwal kayak sekitar 2-3 jam sebelum stream ya, buat yang di YouTube. So yeah, you can turn on the notification if you want to get the notification that I will be streaming in not 1 but 2 or 3 hours before the stream starts. Yeah, I don't have schedule, but yeah, I usually put the live stream schedule around 2 or 3 hours before the stream starts. So yeah, if you turn on the notification, I think you will get notified when the new schedule is arrived. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Listening to this judge. Next. Yes, however, the prosecution maintains that the Dragon Trading Company is at fault for Justin Wei's death. Even though someone may have sabotaged the guardrails, the prosecution acknowledged that sabotage may have occurred at the scene of the accident. However, we also believe that there are several factors in this case that the court is overlooking. As we all know, several witnesses were present at the refinery at the time of the accident. The harbor master was showing a patrol around the refinery. Masorika Tudor was making a food delivery and entered the building. Oke, sudah dipencet loncengnya ya. Terima kasih sudah dipencet lonceng. Thank you for turning on the notification. I hope you got the notification when the schedule comes. I mean, I never subscribe into other channel. I mean, I did subscribe, but I never turn on the channel. So yeah, I don't know what would happen if you turn on the notification. I mean, will every videos uploaded get sent into the notification? That I'm not sure. But yeah, the live stream should be sent, right? I guess, yeah. I guess, maybe. Okay, yeah. And of course, the victim, Justin Wei, was obviously present as well. Each and every one of these people had no business being in the refinery that night. In the case of the harbor master and his patron, it would be hardly reasonable for anyone to stop them. You doubt anyone would stand in the way of the crown prince? That may be, but Justin Wei worked in the freight division and should not have been there at the scene. I have already verified this with my client. The victim was not authorized to be in the refinery building. And who stopped Justin Wei from entering the area unauthorized? Isn't it the defendant's duty to prevent such individuals from entering the building? My client can be held responsible for Justin's breach of the said protocol. Are you surely can't hold my client responsible for someone sabotaging the guardrail? And you surely can't hold my client responsible for someone sabotaging the guardrail. This so-called sabotage is only theoretical until a proper culprit is found. I might be compelled to agree with you, Miss Tilwyn. After all, there is no hard evidence that proves the trace of transmutation were left by a specific spell. What kind of mental gymnastic is that? What happened? Every part of the guardrail that had traces on it was rusted. They bending the context of what happened to suit their purposes. Hard evidence means everything here, and the rod of mending has been reduced to shard in the vat. Without the complete rod, you can't prove that someone used it to sabotage the guardrail. Regardless, it's not responsibility of the Dracogen. Is it not the responsibility of the Dracogen Trading Company to ensure that its employees do not wander into restricted areas? Blaming a potential saboteur puts the cart before the horse. It doesn't just stop with Justin Wei either. Why was Mosorika Tudor able to enter the building? She doesn't even work for the refinery, yet she was able to waltz into the building without any trouble. Actually, Stilwyn does have a point about Rika. Yeah, Stilwyn does. Why Rika could enter all of that building? Shouldn't something have stopped her from entering that area? You doubt that Dracogen would show that kind of negligence. If that is true, I believe that we should hear from Miss Tudor directly. Let's hear how easily she gained access to the refinery on the day of the accident. We are already anticipated that Mosorika Tudor is prepared and ready to testify. Very well then. Bailiff, please escort Miss Tudor to the stand. Miss Tudor, are you aware of why you have been called here today? Yeah, I heard everything from the gallery. Then you will have no problem answering the following question. Did you encounter resistance when you entered the refinery the night of the accident? Witness, may I remind you that you are under oath to tell the court everything that you know. Failure to do so is crime. No one tried to stop me. Sorry, Tyrion. You have nothing to apologize for, witness. The only one at fault is the Dracogen Trading Company and their negligence. Hey, that's... For the record, please testify in detail about how you entered the refinery that day, Miss Tudor. Okay. That day I was looking for Justin in the freight area, but I couldn't find him. I decided to look for him in the refinery's main building. There was some kind of magical door leading into it, but it was unlocked. Nothing really stopped me from entering the refinery building. As the court can clearly see, there was no safeguards preventing the witness from entering that restricted area. Excuse me. Let me drink a bit. The witness clearly stated that there was a magical door leading into the building. What device do you use to live stream? I think you mean device. I use what device? Maybe a PC. I mean, yeah, a laptop and a webcam and a mic. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. A laptop, webcam, and a mic. Yeah, that's three. That's what I used to live stream. This was obviously some sort of security door powered by artificery, which was still unlocked and effectively useless. Damn it, there must be a way to prove that the unlocked door wasn't Dracogen's fault. Yeah, it was the fault of the prince, I guess. Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, so in this part we need to point out to find contradiction from the witness testimony by using our by using information at our disposal. All of this we can present to the witness. Okay, but we need to find which statement that we want to that has the contradiction. We can press to get more information or more context of the statement. So yeah, that's how this cross-examination is being done. Sorry, excuse me. You were there to deliver this dinner to him, am I correct? Yeah, he was usually in the freight area around that time. I was surprised when I didn't see him there. I was a little worried, so yeah, his device. I decided to look for him in the refinery's main building. It seems strange that you would go looking for him. Why not just leave his food with one of his co-workers? I thought of that, but I also wanted to make sure that he was okay. I was the one that helped him get his job in the first place. It wouldn't look good if he left in the middle of a shift. How did you enter the refinery building, Miss Tudor? There was some kind of magical door leading into it, but it was unlocked. By magical door, do you mean that it was a door powered by artificery? Yeah, I have a door like it in my restaurant too. But this one looked a lot more complex. Why would you or Dracogen need magical doors anyway? The one in my cafe magically locks the shop when I close it for the day. I guess the door to the refinery building was for the same thing. But that means there was a mechanism to keep out unauthorized personnel, which was effectively useless. Witness entered the refinery and encountered zero resistance. Yeah, because it's not closed yet. Furthermore, the Inquisition has already locked the specs for the door. Magical notes. Magical door has been added to your notes. The only entrance of the refinery building is a door with artificial lock. Magical keys can be used to unlock the door for 5 seconds. After these 5 seconds, the lock automatically closes the door and engages the lock. The lock can only be disabled by Stephanic Dracogen. The door could be physically prevented from closing, but this would trigger an alarm within the refinery security system. Okay, so they will need to enter within 5 seconds. Interesting. Did you use a key to unlock the door, Miss Tudor? No, I didn't. As you can see from this report, Stephanic Dracogen was the only person capable of disabling the lock. I guess Mr. Dracogen kept the lock unlocked during work hours. This means it's entirely Dracogen's fault that the victim gained access to the building in the first place. Wait, that's not what I meant to. But that is what you implied, unless you can prove that another person disabled that door. You can't refuse that statement yet, but you might be able to work with this new information. Regardless, please add the last statement to your testimony, witness. Alright. So yeah, maybe we can press this last one. Wait. Are you sure you are not forgetting any obstacle that you encountered? No, okay. Rika didn't even realize that she entered a restricted area, but the fact she was able to enter it so easily is definitely strange. Dracogen must have had precautions to prevent such a thing from happening. Maybe the employees got lazy and disabled the lock against his orders. It's possible, but would Dracogen really allow something like that to happen? Okay, I'm not sure what can I do here. I mean, I think it can be disabled by Esther and Morrison. Maybe, let's see. Yes, he tried to tell them something. Maybe not this one. Justin meeting, no, not that one. Osurika food delivery, Justin job. Do we have any? Oh, we can scroll down. Oh no, we cannot. Oh, we can use this to scroll down. Okay. Any testimony from the prince? No. Maybe this one. I mean, Justin was supposedly on his way on scheduled meeting with Stephanie Dragon. Maybe it's that one. Maybe. Let me check. Yeah, let me check. No, I mean I want to check that if there is anything we can use here. Nothing. Okay. Maybe there is something that could block. Yeah, could block Rika, maybe. But what? Maybe I can present these testimonies. I'm not sure. Oh, what is this? I forgot this one. Transportation under guardrails? Nope. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what I should use. This is hard. Let's see what Celeste need to say. Yeah, someone could have disabled it, but who? Let me check this one.
Objection!
It's not. So usually, if it is correct, the music would change, but it's not. Maybe I should save here. Let's save on the second slot. No one should. Let's press here. Someone did something to bypass that, but what? Okay, this is hard. Okay, I don't know. This one. How about this one? Fat contents. It should be Justin. Where is the tool? I mean, Justin was a thief. I mean, a burglar or something. He can lock picking. So yeah, maybe we can use that one to show that he is opening the lock by himself. Maybe this one. Where is it? Yeah. Why do I don't have? Yeah, this one. It's this one.
Objection!
Yeah. Miss Tilwyn, you claim that my client expressed negligence by disabling the door. This is the reason why the security door was unlocked and why the current witness was able to enter the building. That is correct. Your client's negligence allowed an unauthorized person like Justin Wei to gain access to the building. And regardless of any sabotage, Justin Wei died because he was inside an unauthorized area. And what if I told you that another person might have disabled the door? Not because of laziness, but for more nefarious purposes. What are you talking about? If you recall, the witness entered the refinery building and spotted Justin Wei afterwards. This means that Justin Wei entered the building before her. So that begs the question, how did Justin Wei enter the building? The answer is obvious. He entered the same way the witness did, through the unlocked door. Not quite, Miss Tilwyn. Since this trial began, we still haven't answered why Justin Wei entered the refinery building in the first place. He entered the refinery building with the intent of robbing my client's personal safe. I already told you, Tyrion, he would never do something like that. You feel a little guilty about insulting a dead man's name like this, but it's the only possibility that makes sense. I'm sorry, Rika, but there are things about Justin that even you didn't know about. The truth is that he was deeply in debt to a crime lord named the Eye Taker, and he was extremely desperate to wipe that debt as soon as he could. Crime lord? I won't ask how you came across this information, Mr. Cuthbert, but what does this have to do with the disabled magical lock? Miss Tilwyn, Justin owned a set of tools that he used for picking mundane and magical locks. The safe that he was planning to rob was located in my client's office within the refinery building. I have witnesses who saw Justin retrieve those tools shortly before the night of the accident. He clearly had a plan to disable any locks that stood between him and that safe. This means that it's entirely possible that Justin disabled the locked refinery door illegally. We are not actually going to bring them in, are we? Yeah, I'm kind of bluffing right now. Yeah, in the previous stream, Celeste beat this witness until their joint their joints turn into an impossible position or something like that. So if we brought them into the witness stand, we may get acquitted instead of, we might need to defend ourselves instead. So yeah, you basically assaulted one of them. That's right, we both assaulted him, Tyrion. Actually, that's true. She says that as if it absolved her of any guilt. Hold on a minute, you can't just accuse him like that when he can't defend himself. I'm sorry, Rika, but his delinquent friends told me about his life plan. Biasa live sampai jam berapa, Bang? Biasanya itu ada dua. Saya berhenti live-nya. Satu kalau udah tengah malam, satu lagi kalau saya udah ngantuk. Yang mana duluan? Kalau duluan tengah malam ya berhentinya tengah malam. Kalau duluan ngantuk ya pas ngantuk. Beberapa saat kemudian berhenti. Biasanya saya ngantuk itu kalau udah mulai mulai tersendat-sendat ngomong. Itu kemungkinan udah mulai ketiduran. So the chat asked me until what time I usually stream. So I usually stream until it's midnight. As you can see on the top right, there is a clock there. It's currently 22 o'clock. So when the clock hits 24 or 0, then that means I will end the stream soon, unless we are in the middle of the climax of the game. And the other one is, the other criteria when I will stop the stream is if I start dozing off. I mean, it did happen several times. I dozing off a few times and then I think that I cannot continue the stream and I just sleep. I end the stream and go to sleep. Okay, let's continue with the trial. He didn't want to rob Dracogen, but he needed the gold to wipe away his debt. If Justin wasn't the one that disabled the lock, that would only leave Dracogen. But there has to be an explanation where neither of them is guilty. She definitely believes in Justin, but a scenario where both Justin and Dracogen are innocent is too optimistic, if not impossible. But it's not as if you are entirely certain of what actually happened that day either. Alright, Rika, you knew Justin better than I did. Let's assume that you are correct. Neither Justin nor Dracogen disabled the lock that day. How did either of you enter the refinery then? Well, someone must have disabled it before then. Wait, let me think through this. Plenty of people could have disabled the lock. Maybe one of the employees got lazy and forcefully broke it. There was also that nobleman who was with Mr. Morrison. He's a mage. He could have used magic to do it. It could have also been one of the maintenance construct. I saw one working on the machines. Maybe one of them broke the lock. Oh yeah, also another... I also have another criteria to ending the stream. That is when we reach certain point of the story on the game. So like when a chapter is end or maybe some checkpoint, like you can see on the stream that there are several checkpoint happen already. The earliest one is before we enter the trial, we are prompted to save the game. So yeah, usually I end the stream there, but since actually I was planned to end the stream before the trial start, but since we are hitting the 100 subscriber and I am still awake, so I think we can continue until the trial ends for tonight. So yeah. Let's continue with Arya's rebuttal. I can barely even begin to point out all of the issue with your theories, Miss Tudor. If you recall, the entrance lock can only be disabled by Stephanie Dracogen. Even Mr. Cuthbert's theory makes more sense than your list of suspects. She's right, it doesn't matter how many suspects he presents. None of them had the credential to disable the lock. So why do you feel like there is something else wrong with her testimony? The defense would still like to exercise the right to cross-examine the witness. What a waste of time. While the court agrees with Miss Tilwyn, we also recognize Mr. Cuthbert's right to cross-examination. However, I will not allow the defense to waste the court's time. If nothing substantial is gained from your cross-examination, I will not hesitate to end it early. Okay, let's save here. I mean, usually if this is presented, that means we can have game over and had to start from the beginning of the trial. So yeah, let's save just in case. Understood, Your Honor. Plenty of people could have disabled the locks. Maybe one of the employees got lazy and forcefully broke it. There was also a nobleman. He is a mage and he could have used magic to do it. It could have also been one of the maintenance construct. I saw one working on the machine. Maybe one of them broke the lock. Maybe I need to press on all of them first. The Dracogen was the only person able to legally disable the lock. Okay. Still in the... I see. Okay. It's the fourth statement. Yeah, the construct. She saw one working on the machine, so how could the construct broke the locks? Yeah, the construct should not be there in the refinery. The Dracogen said that he doesn't believe in the construct, so he didn't buy one. So someone else must have broke the contract. So yeah, my theory still stands. It's the construct that fell into the fan. So yeah, everything's still correct. The existence of the construct is a contradiction. Where is it? Maybe this testimony? No, where is the Dracogen? Dracogen testimony, where is it? Maybe this one? Consentus? Yeah.
Objection!
Wait, that can't be right, can it? Rika, you said that you saw a maintenance construct inside the refinery building. Are you sure that it was an Arcane construct? Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on them in the Font Sanctus catalogs, but they are not available to the public yet. When you saw this Arcane construct, what was it doing? I'm not exactly sure, but it looked like it was doing maintenance on the machines. Maintenance on the machines? But it shouldn't have been there in the first place. What was it doing there, and more importantly, who sent it there? Where are you going with this, Mr. Cuthbert? As I have said before, the Arcane construct owned by the defendant wouldn't have disabled the lock. I agree, a construct owned by my client wouldn't have done that. But Arcane constructs are extremely rare and not available to the general public yet. Furthermore, they are only produced and sold by Von Sanctus Industries. Lloyd Von Sanctus personally sold several products to the Dracogen Trading Company. However, when offered the opportunity to purchase his Arcane constructs, my client turned him down. What? My client disliked the construct's flawed intelligence. He didn't want them working in the refinery. He turned Lord Von Sanctus over in favor of utilizing human labor. Wait, then why did I see construct there? Exactly. If my client did not own any construct, why did the witness see one there? Or, to phrase this question differently, who sent that construct there? Who? Why would anyone send an Arcane construct to the refinery? First, let's consider the rarity of Arcane construct. They are highly experimental and not available to the public yet. With all of these elements in mind, only one person in the city of Orinax could have done this. Wait, you can't possibly mean. I do, Miss Tyrion. Who sent the Arcane construct? It's clearly Von Sanctus. And even fewer had the ability to disable a locked door without alerting the security system. Yeah, it's the Lloyd Von Sanctus. Only one individual could have done everything that I described. Lloyd Von Sanctus, the noble of Orinax. You can't be serious? Are you accusing Lord Von Sanctus of illegally sending a construct into the Arcane refinery? What possible reason would he have to do that? When Rika saw the construct, she said that it was working on the machine. But that construct was sent by Von Sanctus. It didn't actually work for Dracogen. Wait, could that mean? Rika, when you saw that construct in the refinery, was it carrying anything? Yeah, actually. It was carrying a large cylindrical machine and it looked pretty heavy. Like it would normally need to be held by two people? Yeah, how did you know? It all makes sense now. Von Sanctus has been far too aggressive in pushing these charges. It wasn't because he was desperate to get rid of Dracogen. It was because he needed to cover up what actually happened. So yeah, Dracogen is Von Sanctus is definitely all culprit. He sent the construct to bring the what was it again? To bring this one, the Rod of Mending, that is to weaken to channel transmutation magic that is reversed to weaken the rail, and accidentally who was it again? Accidentally Justin. Yeah, they bring it with Justin, and Justin accidentally fell to the fat, and then he had to cover Justin death by placing the construct on the rail and have the construct fall into the fat too. And yeah, both of them dissolve. I think that's what happened. Let's see. It's still aligned with my previous theory. previous hypothesis, it's just that I didn't account that the magic was not casted by a mage, but instead by an artificer. Okay, let's continue. Mr. Cuthbert, where are you going with this? You see, Your Honor, the tool that the witness saw this construct carrying wasn't just any tool. It was a rod of mending, an artificery tool that channels transmutation magic. Transmutation magic, as in magic that could be used to weaken and sabotage parts of the refinery. No, are you seriously accusing me? Your Honor, Lloyd von Sanctus sent a construct into the Arcane refinery to sabotage it. In other words, Lloyd von Sanctus is responsible for that guard rail breaking. Let's see if we need another day. Okay, I think the Lloyd von Sanctus will go into the witness stand so we can end the trial today. Yeah, I think that's enough out of you, you upstart commoner. There he is. The judge really needs to stop this guy from just barging onto the stand. To be fair, who is going to stop a noble from a pillar family? I've had enough of these blatant accusations. If you want to sling mud at my name, you will do it to me directly. Lord von Sanctus, I would highly advise against doing this. Please, do you think I'm like that fool Pierce? Okay, so Pierce is the first culprit from the first chapter, yeah. So, yeah. The defense theory is laughable and I have several pieces of evidence that can easily prove my innocence, but he is scared here, as we can see. He has good poker face, but the eye is telling you that he is a little desperate. Very well, if the defense wishes to accuse you, I see no harm in allowing you to defend yourself. The court would very much like to hear your testimony on the matter. Okay, it is possible to order a construct to complete a complex list of tasks, but doing so is ill-advised. I'm sure you observed this with the Nightgrave trial. Constructs are extremely prone to error when completing a long list of tasks. According to the defense, the saboteur stole a rod of mending and used it to sabotage very specific section of the refinery. I would never trust a construct to discreetly complete such intricate set of tasks unsupervised. And before you ask, I was miles away from the refinery at the time of the accident. I have several associates who can confirm this alibi. Therefore, I had no way of observing this construct from afar, nor did I have any way to communicate with it. That actually makes a lot of sense. The Nightgrave trial revealed the risk of ordering construct to commit a crime, but nevertheless Rika saw a construct at the refinery that day. That is indisputable. He finally gave the construct a complex list of tasks to sabotage the refinery, and that raised one question. How did he account for the construct error-prone logic? Well, he is collaborating with Justin. What else? We fine with that, fine with this too. Yeah, let's press here. Perhaps you are desperate enough to take chance like that? Please, I'll admit that I find Dracogen to be nuisance, but I hardly in a position to resort to desperate tactics. This one. Let's press on this one. What if the construct wasn't actually active? Yeah, that's true. Could result to injury and death, so yeah, but not superhuman strength. Actually, we can just present evidence, I guess. Let's see. Maybe this one?
Objection!
Oh, it's not that one. Let's save before something bad happen. I mean, nothing bad happened yet, but we would not know what will happen in the future. There's actually a way to communicate. Wait, this one. This is the conjuration spell. Oh, but Light von Sancto's specialty is abjuration, so maybe he can't do that. But what if I still present it?
Objection!
Oh, it actually worked. But he is specialized on abjuration, not conjuration. Okay. Von Sanctus, you testified that there was no way for you to observe and communicate with the construct. Am I correct? Yes, I was at the meeting with Stillwind for that entire day. Anyone there could testify to that fact. I'm not disputing your so-called alibi, but it's not as watertight as you might think. What are you talking about? I was there at that meeting, Mr. Cuthbert. Lord von Sanctus might have been absent in mind, but he was there physically. Now he's scared. Absent in mind, so his attention wasn't focused on the meeting, which means that his attention was somewhere else. I suppose you are correct, Miss Stillwind, but I still have one question for you, Lord von Sanctus. And what would that be? Are you able to cast Send Message spell? What? But yeah, it's a different Arcane art. Miss Stillwind, your client might have been physically at the meeting, but his attention was somewhere else, wasn't it? He could have used a combination of spells to view the construct during the meeting, and he could have used the Send Message spell to communicate with it over a large distance. If my claim is truly false, your client should have no trouble disproving it with his spell companion. Well, now he's angry and scared. We are definitely going on the right direction. Von Sanctus. You appear to be hesitating, Von Sanctus. Can I assume that you do know how to cast Send Message? If so, that would punch a gigantic hole in your alibi. Stillwind, you were there, weren't you? My attention was fully there. The idea that I was communicating with construct is absurd. I'm afraid that I can't say that, Lord von Sanctus. Stillwind? I did find it odd. Your attention appeared to be elsewhere, despite the gravity of our discussion, and I seem to recall you speaking under your breath the entire time. I had always just assumed that you were muttering obscenities, but Mr. Cuthbert's explanation does seem possible. Yeah. Aren't you obligated to defend me? I'm obligated to represent you to the best of my ability. I am not obligated to forge your alibi for you. You little... Lord von Sanctus, I'm afraid the court needs an answer. Are you able to cast the Send Message spell? Fine, I admit it, okay? I am able to cast Send Message. But that still doesn't prove anything. His voice betrays a hint of desperation. You have him right where you want him. Now is our opportunity to deal the final blow. So why do you feel uneasy? There are still two details that don't sit well with you. Rika saw Justin fall over the guardrail. And how could both their testimonies possibly be true? Oh yeah. The someone is not a person. We already cracked this case long time ago. Even before the trial started. Yeah, now we need just to do an argument. You know very well why I hesitate. Why would I willingly give you evidence? You clearly intend to use it against me. Regardless, this entirely disproves your alibi. You could have communicated with your construct at the meeting. By that logic, I could be the mastermind behind every crime that occurs in our regions. I may have had the means to commit this crime, but there are plenty of other individuals that could have sent Arcane construct. Yeah, it's not publicly available. Where is it? This one? Where is it? Or is it Rika testimony that the construct... No, it's not Rika. Who said that the construct is not publicly available? Let me just try here. Oh, it's correct. Oh, please, every good businessman knows how to embellish the truth when making a sale. I've sold construct to the other individuals. But he's scared. Let me check my cheat sheet. I mean, I write that. Oh, actually I don't need to, yeah. Use this claim against, yeah, it's actually listed here already. Yeah, I write this down, but when the explanation comes, but actually it's good that they show which one I need to do. Use this claim to contradict the displayed emotion. The emotion is fear. If only it would be dangerous to sell it to anyone else. Yeah. Oh, I think it's contradict the intuition. Yeah. Frankly, von Sanctus, I find that hard to believe. After the Nightgrave trial, you must have been a lot more fearful about who you sold your construct to. You only tried to sell your construct to Dracogan so that you could control him. You wouldn't have done that otherwise. Is that so? Then why don't you prove it? No, von Sanctus, why don't you prove yours then? Show us any invoice that proves you made a sale to someone in Aurinax. Well, who says that the saboteur lives in Aurinax when I made the sale? Are you serious? Aurinax is a trading hub. Plenty of people come and go from the city. The saboteur could be someone who secretly entered Aurinax. Okay, Okay, I'm not sure what should I do here. I mean, oh, the Aurinax is closed. Yeah. This one. But the Kingsguard locked down the city on the day the accident occurred. No one except for a select few individuals could have left or entered the city. And due to the gravity of the situation, the Kingsguard created profiles of everyone within the city. Why don't we cross-reference the records taken by the Kingsguard with the list of individuals who you have sold construct to? But I suppose from your reaction that list would come up empty. So why don't you admit to your crimes, von Sanctus? Or do I have to drag the evidence into court myself? Wait, drag the evidence into court? Of course, how could I forget? What? Why don't you go ahead and do that, Mr. Cuthbert? Bring in your so-called evidence. I don't know where this confidence is coming from, but we can easily detect the traces of divination and transmutation on the construct you own. Assuming that construct still exists, that is... Wait, that's right, if you use a construct to commit a crime like this, you would have definitely disposed of it by now. Even within the blockade, Aurinax is a gigantic city. With his resources, you could have hidden it anywhere in the city. Actually, you had it in your hand. That metal thing. Yeah, it's that metal thing. If you could just find out where he disposed the evidence, you might be able to direct the Inquisition there. It's easy. I mean, we already solved this. long time ago, we need no power from the eye. The Eye of Horus is a powerful tool, Tyrion, but that twice now that you have used Empowered Eye to get out of the corner. Okay. Yeah, you are relying with the eye power too much. I mean, I solved it without the eye, and on the first, before the trial started even. Damn it, okay. What the hell are you doing? What? That look on your face, are you seriously giving up? I've seen you get out of plenty situation like this, so why are you giving up this time? I'm sorry, Celeste, but I can't use my usual strategies. There's no way to find the evidence that we need. Seriously? There is always a way, Tyrion. Your usual strategies aren't working, then you just need to do something different. She's right, you don't need to see directly into his mind to utilize your skill as an attorney. Yeah, that's right. Ah, Tyrion is so weak. I'm not quite done with you yet, Von Sanctus. Let's explore my theory a little bit more and see for ourselves if there is no physical evidence. If you wanted to use a construct, you could have needed to maintain constant communication. So to prove that this communication occurred, we would need something that connects you to it. Which piece of evidence would connect the murder to Von Sanctus? It is the object that who? Live Von Sanctus? Attuned to this one? Yeah. Miss Tilwyn, if we are able to find that object, would that tie your client to the sabotage? Hypothetically, yes. The Inquisition has divination magic, and they can use it to detect if an object is attuned to a specific mage. If I did perform this act, the remains could be anywhere in Origins. I'm not sure about that, Von Sanctus. Let's look at things from your perspective. Why would you do things that you did that day? Knowing that will point us to where you ultimately hit the construct. Your intention was to sabotage the refinery without anyone finding out what you did. So how would you dispose the construct and the attuned item? The evidence was thrown into the vat of volatile liquid. You used the vat of volatile liquid. But wouldn't that mean the object is fully dissolved? Exactly. There would be no physical evidence for you to find. That's not necessarily true. You threw a rod of mending into the vat and that didn't fully dissolve. But the workers neutralized the liquid immediately after Justin fell into the vat. What? Neutralizing that liquid would have rendered it unsalvageable and useless. Doing that would have cost Dracogan a small fortune. Unlike you, Von Sanctus, my client values the life of his workers over his profits. And because of that, the Inquisition was able to find pieces of bone matter and metal within the vat. Wait, the rod didn't fully dissolve? This means that it was thrown into the vat around the same time that Justin fell into. You wouldn't have thrown the rod to the vat until after you were done with your sabotage. And if you wanted to destroy the rod, you would have destroyed all the evidence you needed to get rid of. What piece of evidence would Von Sanctus also dispose of? It's the construct. Easy. That ridiculous eye. Lady Tilwyn, why aren't you? I told you before, didn't I? I will defend you to the best of my ability, but I will not fabricate an alibi for you. You must have ordered the construct to throw itself into the vat to hide any traces of your sabotage. A machine resembling a human threw himself into the vat. This means that anyone looking at the walkway would have seen this. That's it! Yeah, we already cleared this a long time ago, Tyrion. That's why we didn't find organic matter from anyone other than Justin in there. The second body that Astor and Morrison saw was actually an Arcane construct. How are you? Wait, Rika was sure that she saw Justin fall off the walkway. After she notified Astor and Morrison, they saw the construct break the guardrail and fall into the fan. Would that mean that the construct disposed itself after Justin Wave fell off the walkway? Why would you order it to do that? Because it never happened. Your logic is flawed. So think, if he was observing the construct using magic, he must have seen Justin fall. And for some reason, he reacted by sabotaging the guardrail. On Sanctus wanted to sabotage, wanted the sabotage to look like an accident. This one? Or maybe Jeveraven wanted Justin death to be look like an accident. Nothing? To be hidden from okay, I don't know. Oh, it's not Jeveraven, it's one sentence. It will look like accident. Yeah, that one. I picked the wrong person at the first one. Which means that it wasn't actually an accident. Yeah. It might have been unintentional, but either way you would have been at fault for Justin's death, not my client. If the construct fell in after Justin, your attuned object must be somewhere in the neutralized liquid. No, it's even better than that. Constructs are made from specific magical alloy, aren't they? I'm sure with a few divination spells we can identify the metal shards from the construct and your arcane focus. Each and every one of those pieces of evidence points directly at you, Von Sanctus. You petulant little upstart. And that's checkmate, Von Sanctus. This is the start of the chapter where we checkmate Von Sanctus in a chess game. Why don't you save us a little time, Von Sanctus? Admit to what you did. And while you are at it, drop your false allegation against my client. I have nothing to admit to, nor do I have anything to apologize for. Of course not, you are completely blameless, right? Do you think you achieved victory here today? No, dissidents like you and Dragogen are absolutely deluded. Each and every breath you take only throws Wyvern God further into chaos. You talk about these commoners as if they have even a fraction of the power that you have. Ladies Stillwind, you need to see the reason. They lack awareness of the power they truly have. What? These people have infected you and His Majesty with this idealistic delusion. I implore you, I implore both of you to see the reality for what it is. No, Von Sanctus, the true reality is that people like you become threatened while we challenge your power. You all speak about the rights of the individual. You speak as if each and every one of you wouldn't stab each other in the back of the moment that it benefits yourself. You may hate the nobility, but you may curse, scream, and blame us for all of your little problems. But the truth is that you need us. You need us to direct and lead you. You need us to maintain the fragile order that holds your peaceful little lives together. You talk about protecting the common folk from themselves. But the truth is that your actions led to the death of an innocent man. That is the only truth that matters. The defense has no further questions for the witness. He is dismissed. Very well. We did it again, Tyrion. And we even caught another murderer in the process. Yeah, we couldn't get the case officially dismissed today, but it's pretty much inevitable with the evidence that we brought in today. Actually, it probably won't even reach that point. I have advised Lord von Sanctus to drop the suit entirely. Word has already spread regarding the evidence that you brought forward. At this point, prolonging the trial would just harm his public image even more. That's great. Now you can build a case against him for Justin's death. About that, I will probably be forced to recuse myself from any charges brought against him. What? Why? It's because you represent him in the suit, isn't it? It would be considered a conflict of interest to prosecute him yourself, even though you are probably the only prosecutor that would convict him successfully. You are correct. As the head of one of the Pillar families, he has the justice system dancing in the palm of his hand. He will definitely be quietly and swiftly acquitted. I would have never agreed to represent him if I had known any about this. I'm truly sorry. Damn it, he must have had this plan all along. No, is he seriously going to get away with this? I wouldn't be so sure about that. Drag again. He may be acquitted in the legal sense, but the court of public opinion is a different thing entirely. What do you mean? You brought forward a myriad of evidence against him, and I'm sure everyone in the gallery saw it too. Von Sanctus' power relies on his public image, and you quite handily tore down that faggot. He may walk free, but his power and ideals have taken a great blow. But is that seriously all we can do? His action and recklessness resulted in the death of Justin Wei. He should be punished within the letter of the law. You are not wrong, Mr. Cuthbert, but sometimes we must take the victories that we can get. She's probably right, but there is still one thing that's nagging it. Oh, and what is that? Why was your safe unlocked if nothing was stolen? If Justin had gotten into your safe, he would have taken your gold with him. It wouldn't still be there. Considering that nothing is missing, I'd rather leave it at that. Really? Justin was a good man. I'd rather not taint anyone's memory of him. Especially Mosorika's. Right, she was pretty upset about your accusation. Nothing was taken, so harm was done. No harm was done in that regard. I suppose so. But I can't help to wonder what actually happened. Yeah, what actually happened? Oh, this is what... Okay, now we got to see what actually happened. This is the one-eyed... Yeah, the crime lord. Whoever he is. The eye taker, yeah. It just makes no damn sense to me. The kid successfully robbed the guy days ago. No one saw him. No one even suspected him. Then he breaks into the place again. Also, he could put back the stolen gold? Does this make any sense to you, Aris? Perhaps he felt remorse for his action. Oh, the eye taker is the father of Aris Ilmater? This is interesting. Okay, so for anyone that's forgot, Aris Ilmater is one of the prominent character in the second chapter of this game, and she seems to has this secret, this hidden personality inside her. Maybe she will show it here, but let's see. Not everyone can betray the people they love so easily. And if that's true, I feel like there is a sense of tragic beauty to it all. Yeah, this one, this wicked face of Alice. Yeah, if he had the nerve, tried to do the right thing, he would have never encountered the construct in the first place. He would have paid his debt and he would still have his life. It's true what they say, no good deed goes unpunished. It's the same about the goal though. I think we have more than made a profit today. I, for one, am happy to have claimed a boatload of thithers today. What? Okay, that's it for the third chapter, everyone. Yeah, the origin of Horus. We didn't see much about how Tyrion got the Eye of Horus, but we did peek a bit into his past. So, as we can see here, every character that is on the face of the case's cover is the defendant. As you can see here, the first case is Celeste, the second one is this guy that I forgot, this one is Draco again, so I assume that this one would be a noble, I guess these two would be a noble. The last one might be either a king, or if it's not a king, it's the brother of the king, I suppose. Maybe the king was murdered. If I'm correct, I will be very shocked if this is really the king's brother that murdered the king, and we need to show that he is innocent. The second one seems to be a noble, judged from the hair. I think it's one of the noble house that we haven't met yet. I mean, we met with one noble house on the second chapter and another one in this. Actually, we have met all four of them. One from Celeste, the Pierce, yeah. Oh wait, Pierce is not a pillar noble. We only meet one pillar noble on the second chapter and another one on the third chapter. The third one is Tilwyn, yeah. We haven't met the fourth one yet, I guess, so I think the case 4 will be revolves around the fourth noble. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for tonight's stream. We managed to complete the third case, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy the stream, enjoy solving the cases. I mean, I did finish the cases very fast, like when the trial started we already solved everything, but not when the trial started, but after the trial got suspended, yeah, we get all evidence from that and already solve it there. So yeah, it's still fun though. I mean, solving the case, but still it's too quick. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy the stream and solving the case. So I'm not sure when I will be playing the fourth case, either tomorrow or maybe on the weekend, because I actually don't have a plan to stream tomorrow if we finish the third chapter today. If we didn't finish the third chapter today, then yes, I was streaming tomorrow, but we finished it today, so yeah. But since I remember that the 2 days later I will have a holiday in my country, so yeah, I think I can stream tomorrow. So yeah, let's see if I stream the fourth chapter or maybe another game. I will find some game that can be completed in a few hours, but yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and see you in the next stream. Goodbye. Maybe see you tomorrow, yeah.